Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a great week. My name is Drew, the host of Never Behind, wanting to share insights from well-known investors or investors that have been in the market for a long time with plenty of experience so that they may provide insights of the market that may help you with your personal investments and never be behind the trend. So for today, I am pretty sure that if you have been in the market since 2019 or started investing at that time, you would have been surprised with Tesla stock going over 10x from $15 to over $250 in an year or so. I know that a lot of people are regretting that they did not invest before the run-up in 2019, and even for those that did invest in Tesla, a number of people are regretting that they haven't invested more. Nowadays, even for those that are highly confident in Tesla, many are actually hesitating to invest at these prices since they are not convinced that Tesla may go another 10x in the future. So today I want to share an interview done by Barren, who had invested around $400 million in Tesla in 2014 and 2016 when the stock price was at $10 to $15 and made billions of dollars, but is still highly bullish on Tesla. Surprisingly, he is still saying that Tesla hasn't even begun its potential growth yet. He has shared his analysis and great insights on Tesla, and also shared that Tesla may 30x from here in one of the sectors that are extremely important for any EVs in the market. So with that, let's get into what Barren has to say about the future of Tesla. Now, before I get into this interview, I wanted to share that Moomoo is having a great promotion, giving out 16 free stocks including either Tesla or Google. If you open an account and deposit $100, you get 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000 and keep it for 60 days in the account, you get a total of 15 free stocks. And if you deposit $5,000 and keep it for 60 days in your account, you will get 15 free stocks plus either Google or Tesla. So if you want to receive a potential of 16 free stocks, make sure you click the link in the description below.
The Tesla is now at a similar stage where it was in 2014, 2015, when I was investing 16, and they were doing 40,000 cars a year. They're now doing 1.8 million, on the way to 20 million. And they've been growing 50% a year, and this year they'll probably be up 25, 30%. Next year, about the same. But there's a new car coming.
25, 30% revenue?
No, units.
Or units, okay.
Units. And then they got this, the battery business, which is $6 billion a year, and that's going to be up triple over the next 3 years, and that's going to go up 30 times.
There's been a lot made over the UAW and the potential strike that is facing the big three automakers here. And what's been brought up is they have all of these EVs that they have to deal with. Their cost basis is quite a bit higher than Tesla's.
Way higher. So every time they sell an EV, they sell one fewer gasoline car. And the gasoline car they make money on, and the EVs they lose money on. The traditional OEMs are troubled right now. And I think ultimately, they're going to make metal, they're going to make the units, and ultimately they're going to buy software from Tesla. Tesla is going to be like Intel inside of a Microsoft computer. That's going to be Tesla. So Tesla is going to be everything that makes the car. All the inside is going to be Tesla. That's what's ultimately they're going to be licensed.
Now, in the past, when Ron started investing in Tesla in 2014 and 2016, when Tesla was producing 40,000 cars a year, the majority of investors doubted that Tesla could produce 1 million units. Now, fast forward, Tesla has bypassed that number and is now heading to producing 20 million cars per year based on Ron's analysis, which is 20 times more than what investors thought were impossible in 2014 and 2016. So he thinks that Tesla is actually in the similar stage that it was in 2014 before the 10x growth. Now, when we talk about EVs, one of the major issues or problems that need to be solved are the EV charging networks. Now, there is not a single company that has a well-established EV charging infrastructure as Tesla does. And even the top car companies realize how difficult it is to build a charging network, and is now partnering with Tesla's supercharging infrastructure, giving Tesla another strong moat. Now, another major issue that is as important as the charging network are the EV batteries, and Ron is saying that Tesla is making over $6 billion in revenue in this sector and will 3x in 3 years, but eventually will 30x in the future, which is giving Tesla another very strong moat. Ron also made a very important statement that even for the big three automakers, since the cost of making an EV is more expensive than the cost of selling one, for every EV that they sell, they are actually losing money, and at the same time losing their opportunity to sell a combustion engine car, which makes the company money. Now, these automakers are in a tough situation since they will have to sell EVs in order to survive in the future, but at the same time, when they sell an EV, they are actually losing money as a company. So again, Tesla is moving far ahead in the game in the EV industry with a very, very strong moat. Now let's get into more detail on what Ron had to say about the new Model 2 and how Tesla is becoming a software company.
When they introduce this Model 2, they're going to have the cost half of what it is right now, half. And they're going to sell the car for, I don't know, maybe a third less than what it is right now, and there's credits. So Warren Buffett initially would say, said 20 years ago, 15 years ago, he said that he wouldn't invest in Tesla, and now he says he would hate to compete against Tesla. So to go on to this, so the Model 2, this is coming within, by 2025. When that comes, that's going to be exactly the same thing as what happened when Tesla introduced the Model S. So you're going to see this tremendous change going on there. And then, as I said before, the software, core competency, Model 2, half price, and then Dojo. So Dojo is a training. And what that is, that they have this massive amount of data for all these cars that have been driving around for millions and millions of miles, and that keeps growing exponentially. No one has that. So they have this data. But to crunch the data, you need compute. And compute is what NVIDIA has. And NVIDIA has compute, a chip, which is for everyone to use. They have all these different, all these different, opportunities that this company has. What our company has is they're making their own compute, and they, in 18 months, are going to have more compute than anyone in the world, Tesla. And compute is stuff that's in your basement as opposed to the chip that's in your car. So what they're going to have is they will have so much massive capacity to provide services to cars and to be able to train this data, to train your car on this data.
Right.
So what's the competitive advantage is the data, right, and the training is going to be provided by this compute, and they're going to have more of it than anyone. Nobody can catch them.
Now, as I just mentioned before, even the big three automakers are losing money when they sell an EV due to the high cost of producing an electric vehicle. However, for the Tesla Model 2 that Tesla is aiming to launch in 2025, the cost is going down half of that of Model 3, and are also planning to sell them at around $20,000 to $25,000, which would be a price affordable to the majority of people, which then would boost Tesla's revenue. I think a lot of people that are planning to buy a new car now is thinking of EVs, and especially a Tesla, but they may be hesitating due to the high cost. Now, if Elon comes out with a Model 2 that only costs $20,000 or $25,000, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that were on the side will hop on buying a new Tesla rather than going for another brand because of the price. Now, on the last part of the interview, Ron made another great point, saying that Tesla will dominate this industry due to their supercomputer Dojo, which will train the vehicles for self-driving. Now, everyone knows that there is not a single car company that can compete with Tesla regarding driving miles. And for autonomous vehicles, the most important piece is data. So with the amount of data that Tesla is accumulating, and with Dojo, there will be no company that can even come close to competing with Tesla's full self-driving platform. Now, in the future, car companies might be producing their own hardware of the cars, but will eventually have to use Tesla's software to have the most accurate full self-driving capacity. Ron compared Tesla's software to NVIDIA's chip that are now in every computer, and said that there will be a huge change in the EV industry within 18 months by Tesla, and at the end of this interview said with a high confidence that there will be no company in this sector that will be able to compete with Tesla at all. Now, although Ron is a very successful investor, it doesn't mean that everything he says is always correct. But I do think that it is very important to listen to what Ron has to say whenever he has an interview, and therefore wanted to share this most recent interview with you all. So with that, I hope this interview was helpful and hope to see you on the next video.